Hey everyone, Liz Stone here. I just want to talk about something that I've struggled with personally in my trauma healing journey, and that is understanding the difference between learning to tolerate discomfort in my body and learning to regulate and calm my nervous system. So, just as a point of reference, I remember therapists telling me that I needed, when I was in a lot of panic and had a lot of anxiety going on in my body, and expressing the fear around that. I was told that I needed to learn how to tolerate discomfort in my body, and I want to say that's true to some extent, but typically trauma survivors know how to tolerate discomfort in their body. Especially if there's developmental trauma, we are masters at it. What we are not masters at is learning how to calm and regulate our nervous system. So I want to make the distinction that there is place and room for that, but when we're constantly just trying to cope and to feel those feelings and just get through a moment while there's place for it, to live in that space long term is very actually detrimental to our nervous system and perpetuate the cycle of fight or flight. So what I'm learning through a lot of my somatic training now is that it's actually helpful to learn different skills that actually help us not to cope, but to regulate in our nervous system. So I want to share a couple today because I'm human, I'm still in my healing journey, and I'm having to calm my nervous system today. So it's on my mind. The first one is, and this seems obvious, but staying really hydrated, drinking lots of water. And also I would add teas or anything that feels comforting to you. So if that's a nice warm tea, then do that. If it's a cool drink or a slushie or something that just feels very comforting to you, then I would lean into that. Remember, this is not self-indulgence, this is self-regulating. So knowing that you're activated is super powerful. So I don't want you to go to a place of that self-indulgent. This is actually settling, and we show up our best when we're a little bit more centered. So the other is I use a lot of essential oils. I use them all day long. They have a high frequency and vibration, which is helpful, but also the smell, like just aromatherapy, the smell in and of itself typically is helpful to our nervous system. It can often cue our nervous system that it's okay, it's time to start settling down. Because of the sound training that we've done, I use a lot of sound in my regulating as well. So this is actually ancient Tibetan bowl. It doesn't have to be this particular type of bowl. It could be any type of sound instrument, but I love the bowls for this purpose. And so sometimes in between interactions, I will use the bowls to kind of calm and regulate.